Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Vitify Midway call. It is right now 11 a.m. Mountain Time. We appreciate you joining in. We've got a lot of good people coming in from Europe, through across the U.S. We question anyone who is awake right now in Australia or New Zealand because it's something like 3 or 4 a.m. But God bless you if you are, and thanks for being with us. Sorry about your sleeplessness, but we do have great content to share. Tyler Sharp, Director of Marketing for the English-speaking world. That doesn't mean only English-speaking countries, but everyone who understands and speaks English. Tyler, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Today's a very good day. Really happy to be here. Appreciate everyone else joining us today. Thank you. You're in for
Awesome.
some
So great.
fantastic information.
Such a great atmosphere. We've got a lot of good content to cover. I want to roll through, not speaking too quickly, but certainly covering everything that we think is important right now, middle of the month. We've got 2 more weeks in this month to close out strong, to help you any way we can with enrollments and support and building on those things that make Vitify great. So let's start off. Tyler, we've got a promotion that's running right now. A couple of things that are awesome to talk about. Why don't you jump into the first one, if you please?
Absolutely, you bet. So the first promotion we have going on in the US, Canada, and UK right now is Symbiofy. It's running right now. It lasts for another couple of days until Friday the 16th, which is tomorrow. Basically, buy two, get one free. That's the gist. It's pretty simple. You get online and you buy two, get one free. It's for both customers as well as entrepreneurs. And we've seen an incredible response of this so far and anticipate, quite a bit more for the rest of the day today, as well as tomorrow, the 16th. It ends tomorrow, the 16th. Keep that in mind.
So
So
by my
it's going to be,
calculation, it looks like you have about 19 hours
yes,
if I'm
that's right.
close. And then we got something else going on that we introduced a little bit ago, and it's going to run for a little bit longer. Tyler, you big tiger, tell us about the Return to Rank promo.
Tiger, I love it. Return to rank promo. Yeah, this is a promotion that we've had going on since the middle of April, and it will continue to run through July for the next few months. Basically, you have an opportunity as a business builder to re-earn your rank advancement bonuses. That's pretty much the gist of it. Whatever your highest rank that you've achieved so far this year in 2025, then you'll have that opportunity to be able to earn those rank bonuses above and beyond that. Again, qualifying through
I,
2025.
I took off the screen too quickly. I do want to cover that one more time. We start with what we call a base rank, which is whatever your rank was in January, February, and March, your highest rank in those 3 months. If you can beat that rank, if you can achieve beyond that base rank, let's say you've been a double diamond and today you're an elite. If you get beyond elite, you can re-earn those bonuses. That's amazing. What a great promo you and Shane came up with. I love it.
Well, it really is. It's great. And you did take the screen off just a little bit too quick, and I completely lost track. So I appreciate you picking up where I fell short. So thank you on that, Dave.
We're a good team, Tyler. Each of us, we are roughly 50% of a good brain, each of us, and then together we're maybe not even 50, but you know what our intentions are.
That's right.
That's awesome. Now, something we also like to talk about, and we want to keep, I don't want to say hammer it home because that feels like we're trying to jump on a soapbox and say something that we want people to just believe. But this is for real. I want to talk about the Life Converted trip that we're planning for November of this year. I want to just keep bringing that up because we know it's a life-changing trip. It's called the Life Converted trip. And a number of people on this call have been with us on some of these trips. And so let's do a quick recap of what it takes to get to the trip this fall, Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already had the qualifiers for the $15,000, and that ended December 31st, 2024. So we've been acknowledging and recognizing those individuals that have qualified for that under that rule since every Wednesday, for the last couple of months. But there's still an opportunity for others to be able to qualify for the cruise through rank advancements. And we've got a number of individuals that are in the hunt for this right now. Basically, if you are the qualifying period for that to qualify as a rank is from November 1st, 2024 through July 31st, 2025. And if you're a premier 4 times during that period, then you'll have an opportunity to be able to go. If you're an elite 4 times during that period, then you yourself will take care of the cruise and we'll take care of your flight and your transfers. If you are a diamond 4 times during that period, then you get the cruise and the transfers, the flights for 2 people. So those are the ways to be able to qualify for that cruise. It's coming up on the 8th of November through the 14th, 2025. It's a Caribbean cruise, and it's just going to be fabulous. We've got so many things we're excited about with that cruise.
It really is. It's a brand new ship. I think we've got a link in the Vitify entrepreneur community and a couple of our partner leaders on Facebook. You have some Facebook groups. We've got things out there with information about this specific cruise. It's going to be amazing. It's a brand new ship that I think it's just barely finished its very first run. So our ship won't even be 7 months old when we go on that in November. But we do want to talk about some of I mean, those qualifications are in place. Again, there has been a legacy part of Vitify, which was once you earn $15,000 US in commissions only, not in rank advancement bonuses, not in lifestyle bonuses, but in commissions, you were invited to the Life Converted trip. Now, we've had to make some adjustments based on input and leadership suggestions, and those suggestions will start to change next year. It's already started because we're allowing qualifications. So rank qualifications as Premier, Elite, or Diamond, that will get you on the cruise this year, in addition to those who have earned the $15,000. But going forward, let's look at what happens after this year. We've got things like, now last year was the final year to earn the $15,000 commissions to qualify for a trip. This is sorry, that was last year to go on this trip. This year, we still have the rest of 2025 to earn that $15,000 in commissions, and that will still get you invited to the 2026 trip. So I know that I have a great way of confusing speech. And that's why my wife and I got married, because she didn't really understand what she was agreeing to. And then, it's been locked down for 35 years. But with the Life Converted trip, if you qualify this year, if you have earned, let's say you've earned $12,000 so far, you've got 8 more months this year to earn that final whatever thousand, 7, 3, 2,000, get to 15,000 in commissions by the end of 2025, and you'll still be invited on the 2026 trip. Beyond that, 2026 and beyond will be rank based, meaning, again, the Premier, Elite, and Diamond Plus. And I still think it's a pretty generous benefit that Shane and Laura have put together to make that available. So again, this year you can still qualify, earning up to 15. And again, the 15,000 is cumulative from the first day in Vitify. If that was 2017 and you're just earning along and you're closer this year, fantastic. December 31st, 2025 will be the last year that is available in the present format. And then for 2026 and beyond, you can either go because you've earned the 15,000 and haven't gone on the trip yet, or you can earn it by achieving one of those ranks 4 times. And again, we'll have the timelines set out before that as well. Does that sound about right, Tyler?
That
I kind
sounds
of
about
blew
right.
through. Okay. Well, again, Tyler and I talk about it 3 to 12 times per week, so it starts to make sense for us. You're welcome to join in, and we'll talk to you 3 to 12 times per week and help it be understood as well. Well, we've got a special guest speaker today, and thankfully he's been laughing at our jokes. He's one of our favorite people. Basically, everyone on this call, even if we haven't met, you're still some of our favorite people. But I want to take a moment and introduce our guest speaker. Iwan Yorks is an elite. I met him first about a year and a half ago as a great host with the Netherlands event. We had an Amsterdam launch, and he and Annette and his family and the partnership and the teamwork and the attitude. I think Iwan has made it a point to be on every possible Vitify trip. So we have seen him in some of the world's most exotic locations. And let's talk to Iwan today. Iwan, good morning. Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great. Thank you.
Love it. Listen, we're going to get some insight from you talking about whether it's your direct experience or things that you've learned as you build Vitify. Now, you've been doing great hosting meetings, hosting events, supporting people on calls, like a lot of our leaders do. We've heard some in the past. We obviously will hope to continue to hear from them going forward. But what would you share with this group based on your perspective, things you're working with in these last little bits?
Let's start with consistency. How about that? Um, you say I've been doing a lot of presentations, and I do them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, and Monday is the team call, just to find out what's going on, start the week. But if you do this constantly, like every Monday. Even if people didn't come on the team call for a few months, they know the team call is there. Tuesday, they don't have to find out, do you know if there's a meeting going on Tuesday? Every Tuesday, there is a opportunity call, you know? And I just want to focus on that a little bit. It creates stability. It creates, how would you say that? People know what they can count on, accountability also. So I can talk about doing presentation almost every day in the week, but we can also talk about consistency, about enrolling. Because most people, and sometimes I do it myself, when we have a bigger team, we forget to do what we did when we got started. Meaning, talk to people, because that's basically what we do. We talk to people, we enroll them, and we do follow-up. We forget, we are forgetting to talk about people, enrolling, increasing your team. Um, we forget to do that. And I say we, maybe I should talk about myself. Sometimes even I forget to talk about it. And that's basically because my wife will give me an elbow for, okay, relax now. Okay, we are on, so relax. But no, consistency is what I would like all of us to focus on. So people know exactly what they can count on. And I want to talk about something else also, priority and subconscious. I just had what's his name? Eric Worre did a piece on that. What we, I don't know if people you have your number one is your job, like you work at a factory, whatever, it's your priority. Okay. Then on the second, it might be your Vidify global business. What your subconscious is doing is fighting for you to be the best employee, and it's sabotaging number two. And you can't help it. It is what it is. So if your priority is working at the factory or having another business, and the second one is Vidify, and you cannot help it. It is what it is. It is sabotaging your second business. And if you want if you want Vidify Global to be your first business, I'm not saying you need to do that. I'm just saying how your subconscious work. And if you know that, you might do something about it. Okay? So it might be an idea, especially if you know you want to be on that life converted trip, and we still have July, the end of July. It might be an idea to put Vidify Global on number one. Might be an idea. I don't know. I'm not saying you should, but it might be an idea. Okay. So make sure if you want to be successful within Vidify Global, put it on your priority list. It should be number one. Okay. Again, it's not a must, just suggesting it. And what I normally, people ask me, okay, so how about accountability? I just talked about accountability in consistency. People need to know if they can count on you, and not just by doing presentations or doing training. No, if we call you, okay, don't call me 2 a.m., but call within the hours that looks okay to you. All right. And sometimes you got to put some boundaries. Listen, after 11 p.m., do not call, you know, but people need to be able to count on you. And the reason I'm saying that, not everyone, and again, I'm coming back to consistency, accountability. If we cannot count on each other, and of course, it's teamwork, you don't have to do everything. Sometimes I think I need to do everything. You don't have to do everything. Okay. Um, there's other people who can do the job. But if someone, especially someone in your team, asks for a favor or help out, because whatever, do you have the picture of the new packs from Australia or whatever? Make sure you have them in your either board or you have them stashed somewhere. So that would be my thing that I want to talk about, and especially consistency. Keep doing the things you think is right to get to that next level. You've been doing it from the beginning. Why stop now? Because you have a bigger team? Come on. Consistency, consistency, consistency. I should be able to count on you. Okay. That will be my thing for today, guys.
Love it. Ivan, thank you. Again, best to Annette and to your team. And thank you for your consistency and for, honestly, you've been a great representative of Vitify. Now, you'll be the first to admit, hopefully Tyler and I will be the first to admit that not everything we do is perfect. Not everything we do is ideal. There are some frustrations and there are some difficulties and there are issues that we go through and work through, but we recognize that people get to do more and more with other people to get the right things to happen. So working through difficulties is really what makes us, I think, a stronger family. And I like to think of us as a Vitify family. And we genuinely appreciate that. Ivan, thank you again for your contributions here today and throughout your Vitify business. And this goes for everybody on this call. I'm looking across the screen at the pictures and faces and people that we've got to work with and hear from. A lot of people have been invited to share on this call or on the bounce call or at an event or to share in a video with Tyler on the Golden Drops stories, the Golden Stories. So I love that. I think that's amazing. Tyler, wrap up the Ivan discussion and then we'll roll into the next announcement, if you will.
You know, one thing that I've noticed a lot lately is that with Iwan, you've been doing these meetings so consistently, as you said, for such a long time, and it's paid off in so many ways. Others have really picked up the baton too, and I've noticed that Betty Codell, she's been doing some meetings. She's got a meeting coming up on May 31st, and she's been doing a lot. She's got meetings scheduled throughout the rest of this year. And I'm really excited for her because she's taken a note of what you've been doing, Iwan, and she's implemented that into her business as she's leading out in Denmark. Brenda Varela is another great example of somebody that's been doing these virtual Zoom Super Saturday meetings, and she's been doing them, I think, the second Saturday of each calendar month. And she picked that up as a tip from you, Iwan, and what you have been doing as well. So there's a lot of leaders that are replicating, you know, the activities that they see that you have been doing and are seeing a lot of success as a result of it. So I really appreciate your leadership, Iwan. I appreciate your setting the example and that measure of consistency that you've been showing because others are picking that up and following suit. So really appreciate your words, so your counsel and your leadership, Iwan. Thank you. Appreciate the time.
Love it. Now, in support of some of that training, some of that continued contact, Tyler, you've got something coming up that we want to share. We've got not an event, it's a virtual event, but Tyler, talk to us about what's coming up.
Yeah, on Saturday, July 12th, I hope each of you can put this in your calendar. We are going to be doing a corporate training, virtual corporate training over Zoom, and we'll send out the link, you know, as time goes on this. But this Saturday, July 12th, it'll be at 11 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. CET, Central European Time, 6 p.m. UK time. So we encourage all of you to be able to get on this. Of course, it'll be recorded. We'll be able to share it with our Australian and New Zealand friends as well. But we encourage you to be on this. Of course, you'll hear from Shane and from Laura, our founders. You have an opportunity to be able to hear from some of our top leaders. Dave and myself will also be on there representing corporate and having a chance for about 60 to 90 minutes on that day, Saturday, July 12th, to be able to share a lot of different insights about who we are, what we're doing, the direction that we're heading in, all things Vitify. So looking forward to your participation and seeing you on that Zoom on Saturday, July 12th.
I love it. Also, of course, we'll have some upcoming announcements. You'll see it on the VEC, the Vidify Entrepreneur Community on Facebook. We'll put it in the back office. We'll put it on email. We might even text out a word. Obviously, text only works right now in U.S. and Canada, but we will have ways to get that information out. We'll share something of the agenda. I'm a little disappointed to hear that it might only be 90 minutes, but I was hoping we could get like a 4 hour day and everybody just sit in your computer, watch at home, make some popcorn. You could be in your jammies. You could still do that in 90 minutes, I guess. So that's not too bad. But that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Tyler. We have a little something interesting to share right now. Tyler teased this in the last couple of days. We're excited to share another angle of what we want to do within Vidify. And I'm going to present initially without any commentary. You know how hard that is for me. But let's take a look at something we want to introduce in the next little bit. Tyler, what are we looking at?
Well, we're looking at three possible suggestions for a CVV trip for 2026, April 2026. Now, Dave, I've got my chat open. I'm looking at my chat right now. And because each of you are here right now, we need your help in choosing a location for our CVV trip that we will have in April 2026. We've already got one vote from Alma Linhart, Croatia. Tina Peterson, Croatia. We need each of you to be able to cast your vote on our location for this. We're only going to have one CVV trip next year in April 2026. And 2026 is a special banner year because it's our 10-year anniversary. So we wanted to go to a special place for a CVV trip, whether it's Portugal or Istanbul in Turkey or somewhere in Croatia, the beaches of Croatia. We're really excited about this. We've actually had, I think, probably 10 different choices that Shane and Laura looked at. And they looked at these. These are the three that they have chosen that they would love to go to. We need you to help us pick one specific spot. And boy, we're getting a lot of people that are voting for all of them. If you look in the chat, everybody's voting for different ones, Turkey, Croatia, or Portugal. We appreciate you guys being on this Zoom with us right now on the Midway to be able to cast your vote early. We will be opening this up publicly to everyone on Monday the 19th. We'll have a specific website that you can go to. We will take your votes and plug these votes in, but you'll have a specific website that you can go to and share with your team members, your Facebook group, so that they can help us to choose where we are going to go to for our CVV trip in April 2026. We will be making the announcement live on our next call that we have on the bounce call on June 2nd, letting you know where you have chosen to go for our CVV trip for next year. And this is fantastic. All three are great, as Linda says, but we need one. We need one specific spot. And it looks to me like we're getting a pretty good balance between Croatia, Portugal, and Turkey. This is crazy. It'll be interesting to see which one wins.
I think the best answer is all three are great because it's almost 1 to 1. There's not a clear loser or a clear winner. Vidify is the winner because that's going to be an amazing trip. So thank you for jumping on. In fact, I would like, and again, this is just Marketing Dave speaking, not Reality Sales Tyler speaking. Marketing Dave says, let's give a little extra importance to these votes because this group of people has got on this call and they've taken the time out to be on this call, and let's support that. I want to give them double the vote power. Do I dare say it? Tyler, you going to allow that?
Yes, I will allow it. Double the vote power. All right.
Double the vote power for these calls on this chat. Now, don't go voting 2 or 3 times. How many people are jumping on there so much? I don't know how that's going to work because you're just going to cancel each other out. But we love that response. We love that the energy. Obviously, Shane and Laura have immaculate taste because they hired Tyler. No, I'm joking. They have immaculate taste because they have gone to some of the finest destinations in the world and made it really a world-class experience for everybody who gets to go. So the same will be true of whatever this trip is. And that's only half of the trip for next year. We're talking about you heard Tyler say 2026 will be the 10-year anniversary. So when we talk about the Life Converted trip, picture that happening on the 10-year anniversary. What might that mean? Just good things. That's what that might mean. So thanks for that intro, Tyler. Again, watch for the announcement about how to vote. You can vote on a certain website. We'll share that information for Monday, the 19th, and that will run through the end of the month. So by Saturday, the 31st of May at midnight Utah time, we'll tabulate all those results. And yes, double score for everybody on this call. And then we'll make that announcement on the bounce call on Monday, the 2nd of June. Thank you for
Yep.
that, Tyler.
I'm
We
excited to
are,
find out where we're going to go.
I
This,
know it,
you guys pick it. You guys are the ones that are choosing it. This is kind of exciting to see what's going to happen here in the next 10 days or so to determine where we're going to be end up being for our CVV trip in April 2026. Again,
and
there's only
thankfully,
one next year.
no
Only
wrong answers.
and
Everything's looking like a great answer so far. All
that's
right, Tyler,
exactly right.
let's wrap this up. We've got the next call is the wellness call. Now, the wellness call, I'm trying to reiterate, this will be on the final Tuesday of each month. That's with Dr. Cesar Fernandez, who does great presentations, so much information. Thankfully, we are recording those calls and then presenting them on our YouTube channel. And you can see on the bottom there, that is at vidifyvideos.com. That will take you to the collection. Then you can watch how they're organized and arranged by category. But the next call is the wellness call, and that's on Tuesday, the 27th of May. And then the next call after that will be on Monday, the 2nd of June. That's because the first falls on a weekend, and so we have had it be the first Monday of a month. That got confusing, primarily for me. So we are now targeting the first day of every month, and because the first is on a weekend, we will bump this call to Monday, June 2nd, and we look forward to seeing you there. Tyler, any closing words?
We appreciate all that you guys are doing. We've got some special things coming up on Monday, the 19th, not just voting for this, but something else really fun to look forward to as well that everyone will be able to participate in. You guys are fantastic. Thanks so much for taking the time to be with us this afternoon, this morning, or this evening. We really appreciate it, and we love you guys.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate your time, dedicating this time to us. We're fortunate that we could wrap this up in under 30 minutes. So we call that a win across the board. So thanks, everybody, for everything you're doing, for everything you are to represent Vitify. And let's keep converting lives 10 drops at a time. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day or a great night.